Tonight, the world is shaking, and every headline is a warning. The United States slaps tariffs on Europe because Europe said no to America's Greenland ambitions. Syria changes its map again. Aleppo towns fall as Kurdish forces pull back. Iran erupts, and Tehran blames Washington and Tel Aviv for blood on the streets. American judges rein in immigration agents. Protests meet power. Power meets resistance. Copenhagen floods with protesters. Greenland is not for sale. Europe says it out loud. A historic trade deal after 25 years. Europe and South America rewrite economics. Uganda votes. The opposition rejects the result. Ukraine freezes in the dark. Russia strikes power. Zelensky begs for electricity. A plane vanishes in Indonesia. Search teams race against time. A child star dies in Brooklyn. Justice now depends on CCTV. China purges its own 69 officials punished. And Washington warns Canada. Choose Chinese EVs and pay the price. This is not random, this is global realignment. That was a world roundup. What has happened in the last 24 hours? Tonight, we deep dive into 4 big battles. Number 1, Trump versus Europe over Greenland. Tariffs as weapons. Economics as blackmail. Number 2, Britain versus Russia. An arms race, London may already be losing. Number 3, Pakistan's national security line. Disinformation, internal propaganda, and the law. Number 4, India's collapsing strategic myth, exposed by America's own foreign policy establishment. So let's begin. Segment 1, Trump, Europe, and Greenland. Now, Donald Trump has done it again. He has weaponized tariffs. The United States has imposed extra tariffs on Europe over one issue, Greenland. Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, Finland, all targeted. From February 1st, a 10% tariff hits the European exports. That means a lot. And Trump is clear. These tariffs will remain payable plus enforceable until US terms on Greenland are accepted. Well, this is not trade policy. This is territorial pressure through economics. And there's more. On June 1st, 2026, tariffs jumped to 25%. This is escalation announced in advance. Europe is being told, hand over strategic space or bleed economically. Well, Greenland is not ice. It is minerals. It is Arctic control. It is future power. And Trump is playing hardball. Segment 2, UK versus Russia, the arms race. The United Kingdom is in an arms race with Russia. And let's be very blunt. Russia is far ahead. British troops could be sent to Ukraine if a peace deal is signed. But Britain has a problem, a massive one. The Ministry of Defense has found a £28 billion black hole in the budget. Well, that's not a gap. That's vulnerability. UK defense spending today focuses on armored vehicles, drones, communication systems, not soldiers, not mass manpower. And that matters because Russia dominates mass production of weapons. Analysts are clear. It would take years for British factories to catch up. Why? Because Russia has converted its entire economy into a war machine. One weapon defines this advantage. The Lancer drone, a kamikaze weapon, 40 kilometers of range, pinpoint precision, and the war won't stop at trenches. A new hybrid war is coming. Communications cut, banks frozen, electricity grids shut down. Russia is developing lasers to blind Western satellites. Britain responds with £5 billion worth of sensors. Russian spy ships have mapped undersea internet cables. Britain reacts again with underwater drones. This is reaction, not dominance. NATO may stand with Britain, but the real question is deadly simple. Is NATO still as reliable as Britain believes? Segment 3. Pakistan. National security line, internal propaganda. National security line, internal propaganda disguised as journalism. A case for legal action. Well, what we are witnessing is not dissent. It is deliberate disinformation. The conduct of the social media platform Raftar and its owner Farhan Malik has crossed every red line, publicly declaring Operation Bunyanul Marsoos as an Indian victory and spreading unverified claims of Pakistani aircraft losses is not opinion. It is a hostile narrative amplification. It directly undermines Pakistan's national security. Pakistan's national security and international standing. Under Pakistani law, this demands action. Section 20 of PICA 2016. Attack on the dignity of the state. Section 26. False information harming national interest. Section 34. Authority to restrict unlawful platforms. And Article 5 of the Constitution. Loyalty to the state is mandatory. What is even more telling? Indian journalists, Indian opposition leaders, international analysts have questioned Modi's claims. Yet voices within Pakistan choose to echo foreign propaganda for clicks and cash. That's shameful. This is not journalism. This is monetized disinformation. Freedom of expression does not protect strategic falsehoods. Silence now would be negligence. Lawful action is not censorship. It is national necessity. Segment 4, India's strategic myth collapses. Well, India's claim of being a strategic pillar is cracking. According to Foreign Affairs magazine, after the May 2025 Pakistan-India war, US-India relations entered their worst phase in history. Pakistan appreciated President Trump's role in the ceasefire, while India rejected it. Trump repeatedly acknowledged Pakistan's success and showed warmth towards the Pakistani leadership. Well, this caused severe diplomatic embarrassment for India. The US president refused to sign a trade deal with India and imposed heavy tariffs on the Indian exports. Foreign Affairs warns that because of Trump's actions, India risks slipping out of Washington's strategic grip. The experts say, if India distances itself from the US over such a limited issue, it is not a stable or confident strategic partner. India's obsession with prestige and optics has exposed the institutional weakness of a 25-year partnership. Experts further note, the Pakistan-India ceasefire happened due to US intervention at India's request. India's issue is not mediation. It is loss of narrative control. India rejects US mediation publicly, yet it demands unconditional US support against China. Well, that is strategic hypocrisy. India's internal insecurity proves one thing. It is not the confident power it claims to be. Real stability in South Asia will come from equal diplomacy, not double standards. This is your very own Fariha Farooq. You're watching 360 Digital English. Take care. God bless.